When it comes to recipe development for this show, I like to source recipes from my family, myself. If I'm inspired, I do lots of research and then do lots of recipe testing, and then I present it to you guys. So today I'm in the mood for donuts, but instead of doing my usual process, I'm doing things a little differently. Just wait a second. You ready for this? Like my beatboxing? Yep, today we're doing a fun challenge I'm calling Wheel of Donut. I've organized 3 categories: the base flavor, glaze, and toppings. For each category, I selected different ingredients, some traditional and some a little unique than others. All right, let's spin the Wheel of Donut for category 1. And the winner is curry. All right, we are off to a great start. On to category number 2, the glaze. I have switched out some of the ingredients. Again, some traditional, some are unique. Let's see what destiny decides. Matcha. Curry. Okay. Final category. Which topping should I sprinkle on top? Sprinkles! Man, I love this wheel. I just want to leave it up in my house, spin it every morning, let it make decisions for me, because adulting's hard. Okay, so I wrote a little test recipe of what I think would be a potentially delicious donut. I mean, I think it's gonna work out if I balance the flavors just right. I got all of my ingredients together, and now I'm going to make the curry donut base. Now, the type of donut I'm gonna make is not a yeasted donut, so we don't have to wait for it to rise. It's gonna be a really quick one. For the curry, I decided to go with a Japanese curry flavor. So I've got a curry roux block right here. It smells so good. In order to dissolve that, I'm going to heat up some milk. My goal is to keep this on low heat so that it's just hot enough for the roux block to disintegrate. Very nicely warm now. I'm gonna drop in the roux. I'm trying to whisk it really well because I don't want chunks of the roux just popping out throughout the dough. At first, a curry donut sounded a little weird to me, but then I thought about Japanese curry bread, those fried doughs with the curry filling. I've turned off the heat. I want this to cool down completely before I mix it in with the other ingredients. In this bowl, I'm gonna crack an egg, some sugar. I don't want this to be too sweet, but just a little hint of sweetness. I'll break up the egg first, and then add the curry milk. Smells so good. Good thing I let this cool down, because if not, I would have curry eggs. Ooh, curry eggs. Next video, in goes the butter. Not too much because I figure the roux has a little bit of fat already. So now for the other dry ingredients, I have some all-purpose flour. I'm gonna add this in 2 parts, gradually stirring it in. And because I decided to go with a non-yeasted dough, I'm going to add a lot of baking powder. This will be my leavener of choice. Next addition of flour. All right, look at that. Nice dough has formed. Ooh, I love smacking it. It's what I do when I'm in the kitchen alone, or anywhere really. This is feeling good, oh yeah. Okay, usually I would make a yeasted donut. I've never done a quickie like this, but I think this would still puff up quite a bit because remember, I put a lot of baking powder in there. I'm just gonna transfer it to a clean bowl. I'm not gonna let it rise. I just want it to relax a bit. I've been working up a lot of the gluten, so I just want it to relax so I can easily roll it out later. About 10 minutes should do. The dough looks a little relaxed. It's still giving me a little pushback, which means I'm gonna have to apply some patience when I roll it out. Now I'm gonna put some more flour. Stretch it. Oh, it smells so good. I've got some oil heating up here to 375. Meanwhile, I'm gonna cut out my donut shapes. You don't need special circular cutters like this. Get creative. You could grab jar lids, bottle caps, anything that'll make a large circle shape and then a small one. Oh, you know what this means. Curry donut holes. Gathered up the rest of the dough. Ooh, maybe I should just roll some out, make long ones. The donuts are all cut out. Now the oil, to test if it's hot enough, I'm gonna drop in one of the donut holes. And you see it's sizzling, bubbling right away. Ooh, look at that, look at that. So I'm gonna place them in very carefully and fry them up for I think 2 or 3 minutes per side. Man, I wish I could take a picture of this moment, print it on a postcard, and send it to you because I wish you were here. These smell amazing. And I know they taste good too because, oh, look at that. Half of the donut holes are missing. They're so good. It's everything a savory donut should be. I'm gonna follow the steps of a standard glaze. So I got powdered sugar. To that, I'm gonna add some matcha. A little goes a long way, I think. We just want the bitter flavor. And I think what's really gonna pull it together is just some salt, you know, a little savoriness with that sweetness. And add a little bit of hot water. I didn't use my expensive matcha here, not the ceremonial grade. So I think a little bit of green food coloring, a little bit more water. That's the color. Ooh, it looks like slime. Just added a little more powdered sugar because I want the glaze to be on a thicker side. I don't want it to run off as much. These are exactly the things I'm thinking about when I'm writing a recipe. And I also have the sprinkles. I think I've got a nice little color palette going on. So now I'm going to dip them in. Straight in. And let it run. Oh yeah, baby. Set it down. While it's still wet, I'm gonna hit it with the sprinkles. And there you have it, curry matcha donuts. Courtesy of Destiny, AKA the Wheel of Donut. Would I prefer it without sprinkles? Maybe, but the wheel chose it, and so it must be. Let's go for the first bite. So good. I think it's because those unique ingredients, right? The curry, the matcha, they're very subtle in this recipe. Usually they're very strong flavors. And the sprinkles, they're not very sweet at all. They just add a nice crunchy texture. So all around, I thought it was gonna taste like fart mouth, but this is delicious. I really do sincerely hope you give this a try.